Welcome back. We're talking about the sentence, and we've said that a sentence must have a subject and a finite verb. Does a sentence have to have an object? No, not necessarily, but it can. How do we know what the object is? To find the object of a finite verb, you ask who or what after the verb, and you need to learn this. To find the object of a finite verb, you ask who or what after the verb. And please make note, you're asking who or what, no other question. The children are playing football in the park. What is the finite verb? Are playing. Who or what are playing? The children. Subject. The children are playing who or what? Football. That's the direct object. My mother baked the cake. Finite verb. Baked. Who or what baked the cake? My mother. Subject. My mother baked who or what? The cake. Object. They had enjoyed the joke. Finite verb. Had enjoyed. Who or what had enjoyed? They. Subject. They had enjoyed who or what? The joke. Object. So what do you notice? A subject can be a noun or a pronoun. We had things like the children, my mother, those are nouns. They, that's a pronoun. The object can be a noun or a pronoun. If you replaced the joke with an object, what would you use? They had enjoyed it, and it is a pronoun. What makes it an object? Because the action is carried across to something. They had enjoyed it. My mother baked the cake. So an object is that onto which the action happens. My little sister broke my cell phone. Finite verb. Broke. Who broke? My little sister. My little sister broke what? The cell phone. Do you see the action is being carried over onto the object? In English sentence structure, the object usually comes after the verb, and that's true of the statement. My cousin will wash the skirt and then she will hang it on the line. Now what have I done? I've lengthened the sentence, but we're going to use the same techniques. Finite verbs. Will wash. Who will wash? My cousin. My cousin will wash what? The skirt. And then she will hang it on the line. Finite verb. More than hang, will hang. Who will hang? She. She will hang what? It. Notice this was a noun, but I've replaced it with a pronoun. This was a noun, I've replaced it with a pronoun. After we had bought the car, my father drove it out of the showroom. Finite verbs. More than bought. The finite verb, the complete verb, had bought. Then drove. Who had bought? We. We had bought what? The car. Who drove? My father. Drove what? It. Notice this is a noun and it's become a pronoun. I want us to look at this sentence. This is a statement. It's a command, if you like. If you make it much stronger, it's a command. Close the window, please. What's the finite verb? No, it's not the window. No, it's not please. It is close. There is your finite verb. Does this mean that there's no subject? No, there is a subject. The subject is you. So when you get a command, you then usually don't say you close. You usually just give the verb. Sit down, take out your books, give me your homework. You usually don't use the subject, but the subject is always understood in a command. Turn off the lights before you leave. What's the finite verb? Turn off and leave. Who's leaving? You. There's the subject. Does this mean it doesn't have a subject? No, it has a subject. It's you. Understood. Turn off the lights before you leave. So commands are slightly different from statements. We've been looking at statements and there will be a subject. In commands, the subject is usually understood, but it's still there. It's still a sentence. It still has a subject and a finite verb. More in the next segment.